What's up, you guys? Thanks so much for clicking on the video. My name is Leah, and let's talk about Real Housewives of Potomac. This is season 7, episode 9. So if I'm gonna be all the way 100 with you guys, I am tired and it is a lot going on right now, but I don't want to get too far behind on these videos because I do plan on reviewing Real Housewives of Miami, and that comes out on the 8th. So I think that's Thursday, and I'm also I'm tired, but I don't want videos to be backed up. So I'm going to try my best to give you guys, as much energy as I can. But if it's not the usual, I apologize. So let's get into it. So let's get a little spicy before we get into the actual review. I have two things I want to talk about, which is Candiace being on Watch What Happens Live with I think it was Matt Rogers, who was also a special guest on Watch What Happens Live, and then Mia's versus Wendy's mom. So first, Candiace and Matt Rogers. I enjoyed it. I don't really watch What Happens Live. I'm going to just be honest with you guys. I don't. But I always catch clips of it online, and someone actually was nice enough to post almost the entire episode on Twitter, and I enjoyed it. Matt was funny. Matt was reading the girls. When I tell you he was eating up Robyn, Giselle, Mia, and Ashley, and I was enjoying it. I really was. He was actually very funny. And I think his critiques on the women were actually fair. You can tell he's a fan of the show, but I think he was actually being very much sensible when he gave his critiques about certain people on the show. You can tell Andy was uncomfortable, but Andy is always uncomfortable when people come for his faves on the show. And Andy isn't non-biased. He is very much biased. And we know he doesn't really see it for Candiace, or he gives Candiace the same treatment he gives Kenya. Praises them when they do good, but when they do bad, he rags. He rags. He rags. The next thing is Mia versus Wendy's mom. So Wendy's mom hopped up on the internet on her Instagram and posted this actual post, and it goes and states, and this was posted I think December the 1st, and this is what she had to say. She said, well, ugly inside out, crater face Mia, a bombastic, ignorant, nonsensical, baseless, wannabe CEO troublemaker. You've bitten more than you can chew. You just messed with the wrong Nyjah mama bear. Oh, yes, Mia, you assaulted my baby, Dr. Wendy, #RHOP. I'm not even going to try to say this. It said, I ain't going, don't sleep trouble, going, no, let me not. Let me not. Remember, he/she who fights and runs away lives to fight another day. To hell with Mia and Peter. Oh, yes, I say Holy Ghost fire on Mia and Peter and thunderous amen. So then Mia responded by saying, Nigerian, yes, I can wave the flag because it's in my DNA. Mama Nowolo you. Oh, let me not. But sis, too busy trying to defend. She never once took time to find out we from the same land. So take your thunderous self onto the Holy Ghost fire and repent. P.S. My family knows your family. So TikTok mama, we don't receive threats kindly. And then Wendy's mom responded 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. 7 times. Basically calling Mia Mayweather, saying that she needed to apologize to her daughter, and with a genuine apology, called Mia a gutter snipe pretty much, and said, I wonder how you raising your children as a wayward woman. Basically said it's free speech. You didn't have to put your hands on my child because y'all were going back at each other. You could have just went back at her. So if I'm going to be honest, it was weird to me. I'm not even going to lie. The first statement the mom made, I was like, okay, she allowed that one. When Mia responded, I was like, all right. But then when the mom came back 6 times adding Mia and Mia didn't respond, it gave the energy of pressed and very much ma'am, you're dragging it. You're dragging it. Now, I know the thing right now is to defend Wendy, and for good reason. But for me, in this moment, I think the mom made herself look bad. She did, in my opinion. It was weird because we don't know the mom the way we know other stapled mothers in their other respective franchises. So Atlanta has Mama Joyce. Real Housewives of Miami had Mama Elsa, God rest her soul. Real Housewives of Dallas had Mama D. And then even when Tinsley came on Real Housewives of New York, her mom was like something like, we got used to seeing her mom and getting to know the personalities of each of these women. So if we ever saw them going off online, we would be like, okay, we would go up for it. And I'm not gonna lie, when I tell you, I was like, oh, she is getting in Mia's ass right now. She is going in. And I don't fault the mom too much, even though I felt like she was dragging it. But I get it. You see your child being accosted on TV and you feel as though she hasn't done anything to warrant that type of energy given towards her. You be angry. But I do think after a while the mom was just doing too much, in my opinion. But let's get into this review. All right, y'all, so let's get into this review. So this review is going to be different because I'm only going to talk about lady by lady. I really don't want to do scene by scene. Seeing the mid-season trailer let me know that I'm ready to get out of Miami. I feel like we've been trapped here for 30 days and 30 nights, and I'm ready to go home because I am tired. This whole trip has been lame to me. I can feel the lameness coming off my TV screen. It does not look fun. They haven't done anything that's memorable. Like, they haven't even done things that are mainly unique to Miami City. They haven't gone to the Versace mansion. We haven't seen them do anything fun. They haven't went parasailing, what's it called? Jet skis. We haven't seen them even bask in the sun on a yacht. They were in paddle boats eating like Subway gas station sandwiches that you get for your 30-minute break at work. Like, I was like, what is this? And I blame Mia and production. Really? Because production, you can't tell me production doesn't have a budget, because we're not going to act like production won't put money behind people that they like, or if they're trying to create a certain narrative and give them money. They could have helped Mia out, because Mia has been struggling this whole entire trip. So the first person we're going to talk about is Mia. Like, Mia is a joke to me. Mia is a fraud, and I've peeped that she was a fraud since last season, and that mainly was because people who normally talk a lot about the money that they make, or that they're a CEO and that they're a boss and they're this and that, don't normally have money like they say they do. When Mia on last season went to one of her chiropractic places, had on that black suit and was rearranging pamphlets and couldn't get into the computer, I was like, oh yes, sis, you don't know what you're doing. You just trying to front, like you're just playing dress up at this point. And that's what we're getting. That's definitely what we're getting with Mia. That is what we're getting with her. Like, you're telling me you're a boss. Y'all are paying $65,000 a month to rent a home, and you couldn't give us a better trip. Like, this is lame, sis. This is lame. On top of that, I'm not trying to say this like in a joking way, but I definitely think Mia needs therapy, because it's clear as day that her insecurities rest on her shoulders. With the way in which she's handling this whole situation with Wendy and even with Karen, I think Mia is a person that she's not used to being picked. If you get what I mean. Like, when you've grown up and like your daddy got incarcerated, your mama was a drug addict, you're oftentimes wondering why you weren't good enough to keep to keep them from doing or making the bad decisions that they made, to put them in the situations that they're in. And you can tell that that's how she has lived her life, where I want to be picked. I want to be picked. Like, her whole thing with G and the whole married woman, she probably thought that was a flex, because like, oh my God, he's married and he still picked me. Like, it's like, you want to be picked. Even when it comes with Jacqueline, you're constantly telling us how Jacqueline needs this and needs that. Like, that's another way of validating that you're being picked, because you're doing all these things, or this person is constantly coming to you. And in this whole situation with the whole Wendy thing, you can definitely tell that Mia feels like she got picked, because the Green Eye Bandits are really rocking with her. They are really rocking with her right now, even though they really don't like her, but they're really rocking with her. And it's giving her a sense of validation, and it's making her puff out her chest, because there's no reason why Jacqueline is speaking up for you. There's also no reason why you got an apology from Karen and Wendy, and you didn't give an apology back. But because you feel like the girls that you wanted to pick you, that you wanted to give you a sense of validation, have done that, you don't feel the need to extend yourself to other people. And it shows. And it's sad because you this old acting this way. And that ain't it. It's not cute either. It really isn't. So then Giselle. Honestly, y'all, this could be Giselle's last season, or next season could be Giselle's last season. I never thought I would say this, but Giselle no longer to me is a staple for Real Housewives of Potomac. And I think it's because for the past 2 episodes, she ain't said much of nothing. She's made funny quips here or there, but they haven't done anything for me anymore. Like, I could see this cast still thriving without Giselle and doing just fine. Just fine. And it's like she doesn't give anything. And it's like everyone's like, but her daughters, and I mean her children are great, but let's call a thing a thing. Her oldest child is about to leave to go to college, and once she's set free, she probably only gonna come back during the holidays. And if the holidays isn't during a filming schedule, then you're kind of screwed. Then you have her youngest 2 daughters, the twins. They're turning 16. They're about to be out the house soon. And it's like, other than that, what has Giselle really given us? Much of nothing. Like, she's not working on her on the makeup line anymore. They haven't really filmed any scenes for Reasonably Shady or showing us the behind the scenes of that. We really haven't seen Giselle do much of nothing, to the point where I just feel like she's no longer needed to be a part of this cast for it to thrive. Like, she not giving us anything. And with this whole situation with Candiace, and her being like, oh, I feel like Chris was threatening me online. Girl, if he was, you deserved it. Like, you're out here running rumors about him. And y'all are going to get tired of saying things about these husbands and acting like they're not going to come back at you. I don't buy into that whole narrative that men should not be able to talk to women and vice versa. Like, I do think there should be a level of respect when you're having an argument or a disagreement between 2 people. But at this point, if you're out here blatantly lying about me and saying things that could honestly jeopardize my reputation and leave me to the point where I am unemployed or at the risk of being no longer to be able to see my kids, like, ma'am, it's whatever at that point. It's totally whatever. But it's like, I don't think Giselle really thought in her mind that this would go this way. And at this point, she should have just let the mouse go. She should have walked back what she said about Chris and apologized, or just been like, even though I felt uncomfortable, I don't think he meant me any harm, and then moved on, because Candiace would have moved on, Chris would have moved on, and then you could have focused on something else. But the fact that you held on to it, it now makes you look like trash, lady. It does. So then Miss Robyn. I don't know how Robyn has done this to herself. Robyn has stepped fully into her villain era, and it's not fun. At least I like when people are villains and it's fun. Like Erica Jane in her villain era is fun because it's slightly unhinged, and I enjoy it. Brandy Glanville's villain tree is unhinged and it's enjoyable. This thing with Robyn is annoying because you can really tell that Robyn hates Wendy. And what she did to Candiace, bringing out that Five Below great value Walmart Bluetooth speaker to blast Candiace about a live, and Robyn made herself look stupid because when you listen to the full live, she actually congratulated Robyn and was telling people to support Robyn's hat line. And it's like, girl, you were looking for a moment and all it did was make you look very nasty and mean-spirited. Like, you shouldn't have done that. Like, that was very nasty of Robyn to do. It really was. And so I was just like, girl. And the thing is, like, she really does not like Wendy. And I don't even think it has anything to do with colorism, y'all. And I know some people do. And I'm like, you're afforded that opinion. But for me, I just think it's really like, She just really don't like Wendy, and I think it comes from the comments that Wendy made about her and Juan's relationship being fake. And I think that really does bother Robyn. Because I don't know, maybe Robyn really genuinely loves Juan. I don't know about Juan loving her, but I don't know. Because the fact that she couldn't even fake it with them on that boat, I was like, girl, it's never that deep. This ain't that deep, sis. It's not. I don't know if the producers told Robyn, brung her into the back office and said, sis, if you don't show and prove, it's whatever. It's like, we gonna give you your pink slip and then we gonna go on. You ain't gonna be a part of this anymore. But it's weird. It's weird. And even hearing the drunk fight that her and Candiace had in the car, and Robyn trying to prove her point, it was just like, Robyn, it wasn't needed. It wasn't needed. What you did was mean. Just own the fact that it was mean and you hurt the girl's feelings. So Ashley is a snake. She is a light bulb headed snake. But I can say these past 3 episodes, Ashley understands that they are making a show, as well as Ashley is strategic. You can't tell me that Ashley probably would have sided with Mia, because I don't think Ashley really cares too much for Wendy either. But she knows the optics wouldn't vibe well in her favor, so she chose to be like, you know what? I'm going to be on this side this time. I may not like Wendy, but I don't like Mia even more. But for her to record that whole fight that happened in the car with Candiace and Robyn, and then she was interjecting, I was like, Ashley, you won't shut up, with your snake-headed ass. Ma'am, stop. But she's needed. I feel like she's taking it too lightly on Mia, because Mia has been being slick with Ashley, and I want Ashley to wrap Mia all the way up. Like, I would take Ashley over Mia, and I feel like Ashley has proven in the past couple of episodes why she's still on this show, because she keeps the narratives going. She really does. So I'll give her that. But yeah, I just want her to wrap. And this Michael thing, girl, you and Michael not getting a divorce. I don't believe Ashley and Michael are getting divorced. I think Michael, one, either he didn't want to be on the show anymore, or 2, he out here doing his philandering and doing stuff like that, and he just didn't want it to be discussed on the show. I feel as though they have an understanding, and at this point, Michael is like, I'm too old for everybody to constantly be coming at my neck, so I'ma just tell you we getting a divorce and we gonna move on. Because a lot of couples will do that. Be like, we're gonna divorce, but we're not gonna divorce on paper, but we're gonna live our lives. And this is what it's giving. It's giving that. Really, it's truly given that. So then Miss Karen Hugot. So I thought it was cute at the party when they did what's your favorite Karen moment? And mine, I would say, would honestly have to be the wig shift and the clankety clank comment, where she was like to Ashley, tell your husband, clankety clank, don't drop the soap. And then her shifting her wig. Those were 2 of my favorite moments from Karen. But Karen being so hurt about Ashley, outing the fact that Candiace was talking disparagingly about Karen, about the whole, her having an affair or whatever. I was like, Karen, suck it up. Y'all are not going to get me to feel bad for Karen, mainly because I have not forgiven Karen for going to HR on Candiace, after Candiace told that lady to burn in eternal hell. And then people trying to code it as oh, she was gonna get her help. No, she was trying to get the girl fired or be reprimanded. We all know, and let's cut the crap. We all have worked in corporate America or any job. You go to HR, most of the time when you go to HR on somebody, they punish that person. They don't never get them help. They punish them. And that's what Karen wanted for Candiace, because she didn't like the fact that Candiace was getting real greasy with her in them text messages. So for Karen to sit there with that whole woe is me look, girl, who cares? If I was Candiace, I would never really deal with Karen like that. We would be cool, but I would, in the back of my mind, always hold on to the fact that oh, sis, you tried to get me in trouble, real trouble. So it's screw you. But I do feel like they did Karen a disservice if this was really supposed to be her birthday. Her birthday thing, or this is the only thing she had going on for her birthday, because it should have been more fun than that. Like, she deserves more fun than this. Like, they should have had Karen on a yacht. We should have had like a lavish birthday or had her eating at a beautiful restaurant. And I do think her and Ray have an understanding. Like, Karen is 59 and Ray, I think, is in his 70s and doesn't really look like he like to do anymore. So I feel like if they know what's up, they know what's up. It is what it is. So Candiace, I'm gonna need Candiace to not backpedal. Girl, stand in what you said about Karen. Now, when I was watching the Watch What Happens Live episode, she said she didn't remember saying what Ashley said because the way Ashley presented it. But a lot of people online were like, she wasn't really talking about Karen. She was saying Karen and Charisse don't like each other because of the blue eyes rumor. But it's still, you was talking about her with Ashley. And Candiace, we got to be smarter. I know you want to be cool with Ashley because you and Ashley are the youngest. You have fun with Ashley. But at the end of the day, Ashley is not your friend. And you can still kick it with Ashley, but know who Ashley is. Know what Ashley is. Know what all these people are. I felt bad for her with the Robyn thing because even in that video, you could tell that Candiace was really hurt when she was yelling at Robyn, talking about, I would never do you like that. I would never ambush you like that. You like did that shit to hurt me. Like, I would never do you like that. And I believe Candiace wouldn't do any people like that. But Candiace, you have been on this show since season 3. It is now season 7. You know these women don't really see it for you, so you got to move accordingly. You just have to. And I know a lot of people are upset because they feel like Candiace is trying to still be accepted in this group, but y'all, she's filming. Like, she has to like be some type of friendly towards these ladies, or she's gonna get iced out, and then she's gonna really have to get off the show. And maybe she's not ready to get off the show because she still wants to use this show for visibility. But I'm not going to fault her too much. But I do believe that she has to grow up in the sense of like, know who these women are and move accordingly. I was happy when she shut Jacqueline down because who the hell is Jacqueline? Like, ma'am, you're a tag along +1. Like, no one cares that you're really here. Like, girl, go on somewhere. Go on. And the way she shut down them rumors, and I'm with it. Yo, Ashley's ugly friends, let's call a thing a thing. Sid the Kid is not nobody that anybody wants. Let's not play them games. And I would have been nice to that lady until I saw, again, like I did one of my videos where she had RHOP in her bio. And it's like, girl, you were only on 1 episode, 2 if that. And now you trying to act like you a part of this? Yeah, you're thirsty, and whatever you get, you get. So if people got something to say about your looks, take it for what it is. The fact that you thought it was okay to hop on a narrative to disparage this lady's husband when you already know what it is, because you can't tell me Ashley don't be telling her friends what's going on. Yeah, I see you, Deborah. And then Shasha. Girl, I'm gonna need you to wake up. I will say in the mid-season trailer, I got excited when I saw her and Karen arguing because the way they both stood up and said, I kick yo, you know what? I said, come on, aunties. Come on. Give it to me. I like when the aunties fight. And the reason why is because I know it's just going to be tongue lashings and we cussing each other out, but nobody's going to put hands on each other. And I appreciate that. So I feel like Charisse coming back as a friend of the show for next season, and I'm down for it. Don't bring back Jacqueline. So let's talk about Jacqueline. Y'all, Jacqueline was getting real greasy with Candiace, and I was like, who are you, Jacqueline? You could definitely tell that Mia and Jacqueline have had conversations about Candiace, because Jacqueline thought she was gonna like come at Candiace, and every time she said something on that episode, Candiace was wrapping her up. Mia's representative, girl, I'm sitting, bitch. Like, what you doing? What we doing? Like, it's like, Jacqueline, let's be real about what and who Jacqueline is. Jacqueline, to me, is nothing but a broke down Mia. Like, let's call a thing a thing. She is Mia and G's friend who they occasionally like, do you know what with? Because that comment that she said, she's like, ooh, I heard his tongue is big too, when they were all doing the iconic moments. And Mia's iconic moment of Karen was when G licked his tongue out at Karen. And you could visibly see that Karen was uncomfortable with G. So I was like, I don't know how you thought that was iconic. But for Jacqueline to be like, ooh, I heard it's big too. And I'm like, ew? Because I would never say that about any of my friends, boyfriends, or significant others. Never. Because I don't want them like that. And the fact that y'all are passing around ex-boyfriends, it's giving what the people are saying it's giving. So that's on you, Jacqueline. That's on you. So on to Wendy. So Wendy apologized. It couldn't be me. It wouldn't be me. But I understand because she is a part of a specific field, which is like political commentary and also an educator. She probably did it to still remain good social standing with those two industries, but I still wouldn't apologize. It did, and somehow, in my opinion, work in her favor a little bit because Mia still looked like an utter asshole, because it's like, you're the one who threw a drink and tried to hit the lady with your purse, or actually did hit her and got physical. So you not apologizing makes you look worse, and it says a lot about you, Mia. But I don't know, I side-eye Wendy a lot, and I understand that people are going up for her, and like I said, rightfully so. But there's something about Wendy that's, to me, that screams the same about Mia, where it's like they both are trying to seek validation from people that honestly, to me, don't deserve it. That video of Wendy hugging Robyn, telling Robyn that she loved her, girl, for what? Robyn's been an absolute dick to you. As well as she did like a Today Show interview, like the same one that Robyn did. And they asked her, I think it was like, who is the best team player? She gonna say Ashley. Then she said, who is the most fun? Ashley. And she also said she saw Ashley in a way different light, but in a good way. And I'm like, how? Ashley is still the same. Ashley is still a terrorist. So what different light did you see? But Ashley is well alike. I think one thing that has came out to me, or really show me a lot about this show, is that the energy that's on Twitter is completely different on all the other apps across the board. Like, one of my mutuals was telling me, like, y'all hate the Green Eye Bandits and Ashley and them on Twitter, but on Instagram and TikTok, the girls go up for them. And it's like, I think Wendy knows that, so she's trying to pander to that crowd. But it's like, why would you ever say that girl, like, that you see that girl in a new light when she has still and has been always a menace to society? It's just that I always side-eye Wendy because I think Wendy does seek validation from people, and she has pretty much done a 180 with her personality. Season 6, she did a 180 with her personality. Did that warrant what Giselle and Robyn gave her? No, but what they were calling out was true. Wendy stopped acting like Dr. Wendy. She started acting different. We're not gonna play those games. And I just feel like Wendy will shift in order to make herself more palatable for the viewers, and I don't know about that, because she plays in our face on Twitter. Like, things will happen in the episode and then she'll tweet about it and be like, how I felt now, like how I felt then to how I felt now. And it's like, girl, you still feel the same way. You just saying that because you know that's what's gonna get the people going. So stop. But yeah, y'all, that is it. That is all. Remember to be bravely authentic and hop down in them comments below. Deuces.